Conspiracy theories we can get behind.
Who killed the Boeing whistleblower? Apparently he unalived himself, but he certainly didn't choke on his whistle. If I wind up dead in a parking lot, it wasn't an accident. It was Boeing or China. It does feel like someone's sabotaging Boeing at this point. It feels a little bit like someone out there is just not screwing things on tight and leaving rickety parts of the plane. Are these things like duct taped together? I don't understand what's going on. Every single other day, it feels like something's falling off of a plane.
It sounds like they are. They've just been using shoddy parts and old parts for years.
It seems weird that it's all happening all at once, but maybe this is just...
like they've reached their catastrophic failure point.
Yeah, they've reached their catastrophic failure point, and now places like Kayak are allowing you to search for a flight by plane. And I am mad at Boeing because this has affected me personally, not in the way that I had to sit on the tarmac for a mechanical delay or I was on a plane that had a panel fall off, in the sense that my mother-in-law, I know you're watching this, got to say, "I told you so." Because I mocked that poor dear woman for her overly concerned fear of flying and specifically said Boeing has problems. And I was like, you're just being melodramatic and ridiculous. And the chances of something like a panel falling off your plane are quite low. And now she's like, see, I hate to say I told you so. You don't hate to say it.
Right, because she would only book flights on certain planes.
she would not fly Boeing, and I made fun of her for it. And now there's an easy way to search for those flights. It isn't as challenging. So yes, you were right. I was wrong.
Hope you're enjoying your stupid life.
I also resent that this is only aggravating her already terrifying fear of flying, because we would like to see her more often. What happened to the train industry is what's happening to the plane industry, because there's like derailings on trains all the time. This is why train in America is not really something that's affordable or even realistic unless you're going up and down the northeastern corridor. Those trains are not in good shape, and neither are the tracks. American infrastructure is in trouble. And a lot of people, our old friend James Lindsay, good old friend of the show, James Lindsay, he will say it's like the DEI industry. And maybe it also seems like just cutting corners. And generally, I feel like this is what huge corporations do in order to save money and make their fat cat, investors rich so they can fly on private jets while we rain from the sky. The FAA does not give a shit about the American people. How have there been this many incidents with this specific plane or planes, and they haven't grounded all of them and said, no one's flying anywhere until we figure out what the F is going on with all of these planes and make sure all the screws are tight and make sure that everything is on correctly? They don't care. They don't care if backpacks and away bags and fatties rain down upon the Midwest. They don't care if the DEI industry is carpet bombing America with fatties. Our friend Dave Yates, who writes for the show, said he's been on at least 5 broken planes with mechanical issues in like the past 2 weeks because he flies a lot. It's terrifying out there. But this is just their way to try. My conspiracy theory is that this is because they're trying to get us not to fly as much because of, climate change or whatever. And this is their way of doing it. They're gonna have people falling out of the sky and be like, see, you shouldn't fly as much. These planes aren't safe. And it's bad for the climate or whatever.
Yeah.
This poor whistleblower finally gets to a point where he talked about all the things in court. He's finally being taken seriously. He's been talking about this stuff for years. And then magically, right before he goes to his final hearing or one of his hearings, he doesn't show up and he's just unalived himself in a car, in a parking lot. We've all seen this movie.
Get off! Jesus! What is this? What the hell is this? close.
Seth?
Ow! Get the hell
Seth!
off me now! Ow!
Whistleblowers falling out of the sky.